yard scoring drive that took 1:58. And just found a receiver behind the defense, or in the middle of the defense, really, but he was able to outrace everybody to the end zone. And now the 2-point conversion attempt. Roble with a running back coming in motion. And Roble to pass, and his pass tipped away at the goal line. And our score with 9:55 remaining in the first. Soto 6, Belmont nothing. More after this on Super Hits 106.
In Game 3.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
In Game 3.
9:55 left in the first quarter, 6-0 to Soto. And the kickoffers return it a huge hole up the near side and up to the 40 and the 42-yard line. The kick returned by Tyler Kismore. And so, very good field position for Belmont. Starting lineups presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster and Richland Center at fullersmilkercenter.com. Wyatt Temperley starts at quarterback, 13 of 21 for 154 and 3 touchdowns the last time these two teams played. Tyler Kismore moving in at running back, 35 for 152 and 2 scores last week. And he gets the ball first and burrows his way, along with his teammates, up to the 46-yard line for a gain of 4. We are working, by the way, on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel video feed, so you'll be able to see that. We hope we can get that done. The receivers for Belmont, Cody Kleteca, 3 for 42 and a score. Griffin McNett, 5 for 38. And Bradley Lancaster, 3-yard rush, 8-yard catch. Chase Rickers, 2 for 33 and a touchdown the last time these two teams played. 2nd and 7, back to pass Temperley. From the 45, throws it deep and overshoots the intended receiver. And Kleteca, the intended receiver, that pass incomplete, and it is 3rd down. The offensive line, Thomas Freeman, 240 pounds, Trenton Paulson, 255, and Caden North at 210. 3rd down, 7 yards to go from the 45. Defense for DeSoto, Finn Roble, Logan Peterson, Adam Venner up front, Bryce Schultz, Drake Ebner, Griffin Hansen are the linebackers, Jackson Trisoni and Austin DeFlorian are the safeties. 8 guys going both ways. Now, that was kind of a problem last time out. Up the middle goes Kismore across midfield, still going and may have gotten the first down. And the sticks move for another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down to the DeSoto 47-yard line. 6-0 DeSoto. They scored on their first drive. Were unable to get the 2-point conversion pass. They got the pass to Bryce Schultz for the touchdown. 2 receivers stacked to the right, and 1 running back. Now a receiver comes over to the tight end spot, and none of this counts. I think we're going to have our first Pink's Automotive penalty of the game. And it appears to be a false start on Belmont. Back to the Belmont 48, first down and 15. Anderson Weber Trading Dubuque powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Trading Dubuque when you are ready. We're also brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel, Kieler, and WCC-Brands.com, and the Highland State Bank in Highland and HighlandStateBank.net, and Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. First down and 15, and here's the pitch around the left side, and going down to the 49-yard line of DeSoto is Kismore for a gain of 4 yards. Second down to 11 yards to go. I have to believe the golf courses are making big-time business this year with all of the great fall weather that we've had.
Perfect.
How about I turn you on?
Perfect for fall golf, you bet.
Yeah, no, not even remotely chilly days. Second down and 10. Back to pass temporarily. Throws to the left side and hanging on. That was a great catch by Klateca, considering that he got blasted right after that.
Yeah, Trusoni there on the stop.
And it will be third down and 4 yards to go from the 41-yard line. For the Braves, we're brought to you by Breckler Insurance Group. For all your insurance needs, see Steve Lundusky at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Third down and 4 yards to go from the 41. Handoff to Kismore, and Kismore fighting his way through. He looks short of the first down. Down to the 40-yard line. He gained 1. And so that'll be fourth down and 3 yards to go. And they will obviously go for it at the DeSoto 40-yard line. Everybody in tight. 2 receivers stacked but tight in. And it's a keeper for Kismore. In fact, it went right to Kismore on the snap, and he ends up losing 3. And so DeSoto's defense holds. And with 6:45 remaining in the first quarter, DeSoto takes over at their 44-yard line with a 6-0 lead. We also have, of course, Highland and North Crawford. That is on X1071. And in about an hour or so, Badgers and Ohio State. Some interesting rumors going around about that game and what may follow it. Then we should leave that for the sports talk people. That is on 97.7 Country WGLR. Quarterback draw for Roble. Pyle pushes him back, but he does gain a yard to the 45-yard line. Second down, and actually they didn't give him a yard. No gain there. Second down, 10 yards to go from the 44. Russell Office is here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Southern Wisconsin Russell Law Offices. Second and 10 from the DeSoto 44-yard line. Pirates leading 6-0. Back to passes Roble, and he throws it deep down the middle. Jump ball, juggled and incomplete. At the 30-yard line of Belmont. That was Trusoni, the intended receiver, but he had good coverage there by the Braves, and it will be third and 10. Third and 10 from the 44. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros of Brian's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Also, Claire Bank with array convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Receivers spread out 3 to the right on third and 10 from the DeSoto 44-yard line. Now Schultz comes in motion, and it's another keeper up the middle for Roble, and Roble to the 46. But that's going to be it. And kind of interesting, we have already seen Roble running the ball more than he did the first time these two teams played. Needed 10, got 3. And so a punt coming up here. And that's Kismore for Belmont down around his 10-yard line. Here's the... Oh, they got to go for it. No, it's a rugby punt. That's what it is. And it is caught by Kismore. And Kismore gets up to the 24-yard line. Those rugby-style punts are always interesting to watch because is he going to go for it or not? 5:47 or 5... What is that second number anyway? 5:47 remaining in the first quarter. And Belmont takes over at their 23-yard line, trailing 6-0. 3 receivers go to the left side, and now 2 of them, Lancaster being one, and Kismore the other, move. Collision on the kind of a little bit of juggling going on the snap, or on the handoff, and because of that, perhaps, Kismore ends up gaining nothing. Second down, 10 yards to go coming up. Our game today brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware, Bloomington and Platteville. Second down, it's actually a yard loss, so it's second down and 11 yards to go from the 22. And Temperley will fire it down the far sideline and overshoot his intended receiver, Kleteka, at the 45-yard line. There is a flag down, Pink's Automotive penalty, which I don't see.
172.20.
Yeah, it's a defensive holding penalty, which will, I think, not be a first down. It will be a gain of 10, which will make it second down and a yard to go at the 33-yard line. Keep in mind that similar to pass interference, you don't get an automatic first down for defensive holding. You don't get one for pass interference or defensive pass interference. In high school, you get the first down if the yardage gets you the first down, and it did not in this case. But it is 2nd and 1. And the pitch goes outside Kismore, and he is hit in the backfield and loses 2 back to the 30-yard line. And it'll be third down, 3 yards to go. So it's third down, 3 yards to go for Belmont from the 30. McNett Electric at Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call ready to help you with your agricultural business and commercial needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. 2 receivers to the right. We'll be hearing from them in the McNett Electric halftime report. 3rd and 3. Temperley to pass. Temperley throws over the intended receiver, Griffin McNett. And it'll be 4th and 3 from the 30, and probably a punt here. You'd go for it if it was 4th and 3 somewhere perhaps farther upfield than your own 30-yard line, or so you would think anyway. 6-0, DeSoto leading Belmont. .143 remaining in the first quarter, and I may be wrong. They are going for it on 4th and 3. That's what it looks like anyway, and indeed they have 2 receivers in motion, and Temperley all by himself in the backfield, but maybe he's trying to pull them off. Now some more movement. This is McNett, and McNett gets the snap and ends up going backwards. He tried to get outside on the direct snap, and he ends up getting pulled down back at the 29-yard line. So a gamble there by Belmont, and DeSoto is able to get the stop. And they will take over with 2:34 remaining in the first quarter, and DeSoto leading Belmont 6-0, and Belmont took a shot and it didn't go. So now the Braves going on defense, and we have a pause here. After this, I don't know if anybody called a timeout, but we can tell you we're brought to you by Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty, our first down sponsor. If you have livestock, farmland, or buildings to sell, call Darryl Kraft. Visit bigiron.com to learn more. DeSoto now comes out. The ball is at the 28-yard line. First and 10 with DeSoto leading Belmont 6-0. They have three receivers over to the left side. And again, Roble all alone in the backfield. He takes off. Tries to get around the right side, and he gains 2 down to the 27-yard line. Second down and about 8 yards to go. And we are very happy to tell you that we are now with video on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Lely Center Monroe. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Roble again all alone in the backfield, goes back to pass, swings it out to the left side, and off the hands of the intended receiver on the left side. I think that was Trisoni. It'll be third down and 8 yards to go. And again, as mentioned, this is a big difference from the first meeting between these two teams. Roble, the first time these two teams played, carried the ball twice. He's already carried it more, and they have played a lot more empty backfield than they did before. Three receivers stacked to the left on third down, 8 yards to go from the Belmont 27, and it's a snap to Schultz, and Schultz down the left side, and he will get a first down. That moves the sticks for a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. And the ball is at the 17-yard line, which means that for the first time in the Bitech Green Zone, a greener way, Bitech Resource Management of Monroe. None of this red zone stuff. We're in the Bitech Green Zone here. Receiver out to the right side. One running back now. Lines up. And again, it's Roble around the right side, or around up the middle, and picks his way forward to about the 15-yard line for about 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go. And the clock, which is a challenge to see due to the sun, 2:30 remaining in the first quarter. DeSoto leading Belmont 6-0. Receiver out to the right side. One running back. And Schultz comes in motion. And the throw to the right side from Roble is caught. And down to the 10. Actually, that is Schultz. And Schultz is down inside the 5-yard line, and it will be first and goal on another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down.
Nice touchdown saving tackle by Wyatt Temperley on the play. Sorry, I've been in and out of here trying to get our YouTube going, which it's going. So thanks to Bill Books for taking care of us here.
Then you succeeded. That's the important part.
If nothing else was successful today, we got that taken care of before the end of the first quarter.
First and goal from the 2. 2:12 remaining, first quarter. And DeSoto trying to add to their 6-0 lead. Burrowing forward is Roble, and he's into the end zone. For a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron, or for a Northland Buildings touchdown. Right.
There you go. I don't know how you guys keep them straight from week to week. I applaud your effort.
Well, we're told to read them, so there we are. So after the fourth down stop, a short field, 6 plays, 29 yards. DeSoto goes up 12-0, and now the try for 2, and Roble tries to get around the right side and will end up short. So it remains DeSoto 12, Belmont nothing, a second shy of 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And our game today brought to you by Rosemeyer Wealth Management. They will design a plan specific to your retirement goals. The experts at Rosemeyer Management will answer all your questions, even if you don't know what questions to ask. Check out their website at rosemeyermg.com. Lesmack Automotive in Lancaster, whether it's Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Ford, you can count on over 50 years of trusted hometown service, because at Lesmack you always get more from less. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch Cobb in Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland, TriStar Mulch Cobb, and Platteville. I bet you they can even give you River Ridge Purple for your mulch.
Probably could, yeah. If you were so inclined.
Yes. 12-0. Keep in mind that Belmont fell down 2 scores the first time these two teams played and came back to tie it with 30 seconds left. Actually, I think it was 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and then won it in overtime. So a lot of game to go here, obviously.
Match your River Ridge purple. You want to change school colors in the district to consolidate. You figure out how many shades of purple there are, you learn right away.
Oh, yes. Here's a pitch on the kickoff return, and Keismore is going to be taken down. It will not be good field position for the Braves.
Excellent job, special teams for the Pirates.
I'm not sure that was necessarily planned to do that. The ball is at the 19-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Braves. And 1:50 remaining in quarter number 1, with DeSoto leading 12-0. Temperley to pass on first down. Throws it over the middle, tipped away at the last moment, and that may have saved a touchdown, as DeFlorian tipped it away from Tlateca, and if he makes the catch, or Bradley Lancaster actually, if he makes the catch, that could be 6. 2nd and 10. Receivers come out to each side. Keismore is the running back behind Temperley. And Temperley again to pass. And he throws it deep. Got him in, but it is overthrown. The intended receiver, this time Boone Havens. And it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. And did we have a penalty there that they thought I heard declined? At any rate, it's 3rd and 10 from the 19. Temperley comes back with the play from the sidelines. And it'll be 2 receivers over to the left side, including Tlateca, 1 over to the right. And 1 running back. McNeck comes in motion, Temperley to pass. Throws to the left side, pass is caught. This will be a first down. And McNeck to the 40, to the 50. Excuse me, it's Keismore to the 30. Still going and pulled down at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, nice little screen pass that was run. A whole lot of room to take off, too. Kanoa Rogers with a touchdown-saving tackle for DeSoto, but a big-time play for Belmont when they needed one.
And another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. Those guys have really gotten their money's worth this year also, with all of the first downs and all the points this year, or at least with games I'm doing. 12-0. DeSoto leading with 1:09 remaining in the first quarter. And it'll be 2 receivers over to the right and 1 to the left, including Havens. And pump fake, and Temperley will throw to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown! I believe that was Will Christensen making the catch for the Northland Buildings touchdown.
It's Boone Havens.
Boone Havens, all right. Had the wrong double numbers there. With 20 from 23 yards out, Belmont's on the scoreboard with 52 seconds left in the first quarter. It's 12-6. And a substitution as Bradley Lancaster comes in to replace McNett. And Lancaster lines up in the backfield behind Temperley. 3 receivers out to the right. And now coming in motion. Here's the throw to the end zone. It's off the hands of the intended receiver in the end zone, incomplete. So it is DeSoto 12, Belmont 6 with 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And Thomas Freeman rose up. He was trying to catch that ball, but he got a hand on it and came down on the right ankle, and they're helping him up right now too. Sophomore, big body for the Braves.
And of course, a little bit of concern on Grandma Diane's part back in Platteville. And he's walking gingerly, but without any assistance. 12-6 DeSoto, 52 seconds left in the first quarter. After one, North Crawford leading Highland 6-0. That's on X1071. Already Highland is better off because I believe it was 20-0 or something like that when the two teams played the first time after a quarter. 12-6 DeSoto over Belmont. We're brought to you by Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, our extra point sponsor. They haven't had a successful extra point yet. Their guided upland bird and waterfowl hunts with friends and family will create memories that last forever. Make your best shot with Point and Flush Sportsman's Club in Potosi. And Carver's Hardwood Flooring for hardwood flooring, exterior installation, and refinishing needs. Call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. That whistle, no doubt, because they kicked off before I was done reading the commercial.
A special teams karma?
Yes. And I think that was a legal procedure call on Belmont, so the kickoff will be from the 35-yard line. 2 receivers back for DeSoto, back around the 20-yard line. And here's the kickoff that counts. And on the run, picked up to the 35. And a penalty marker means that even though the kickoff was returned to the 42, that is not where the line of scrimmage will be, unless there was a penalty somewhere over there on Belmont, which that would not usually be the case.
Holding on DeSoto.
And indeed, it's a hold on DeSoto. 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
DeSoto will take over from their own 31-yard line.
6 out there right now.
So it'll be on the 31, DeSoto will. First and 10, 37 seconds remaining in the first quarter on an amazingly beautiful day for mid to late October in the football postseason. We really have not had a football weather kind of day the whole year so far. At least not from the opinion of the players.
Not on Friday night.
No. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and DeFlorian, the running back, next to Roble. Schultz comes in motion. And here's the handoff, and another keeper for Roble, and Roble stacked up at the line of scrimmage, actually loses a yard. Back to the 30, second down, 11 yards to go. And this might end up being the last play of the first quarter.
Chase Rickers, Trenton Paulson collaborating on the stop that time for Belmont.
DeSoto seems to be in no hurry. Of course, again, there is wind that's coming from the south, so it's going in their faces. And maybe they will get a play in before the end of the first quarter. Second down, 11, back to pass. Roble throws for it, it's intercepted! And down the sidelines, down inside the 10-yard line, Our first Lancaster Dental and Fenimore Smiles turnover, Wyatt Timberly. I believe that was with a pickoff.
Yeah, it was. And Bryce Schultz with the tackle and a big turn of momentum here with 3.6 seconds left to go, quarter one.
So let's see if Belmont can score in unreal field position for where they are. And it is first and goal from the DeSoto 9-yard line. And a run around the left side, getting past a defender, and then pulled out of bounds is Keismore.
Bryce Schultz again, that time on the stop.
Give just a yard. They will head the other direction for the second quarter. Score after one. DeSoto 12, Belmont 6. Second quarter after this on Super Hits 106.
In game 4.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right. 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In game 4.
Carey Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA Playoff Football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Laley Center Monroe. Once we hit the computer a couple of times to get it to work. Second and goal from the 9, 12-6 Belmont. One play after Wyatt Temperley's interception. Belmont going, I'd say left to right, but they're almost all right here. Second and goal from the 9, receiver stacked on the right, and a run around the left side, and Keismore gets away from defenders and gets into the end zone.
Kept the feet pumping just like you're taught from a young age at the running back spot, and made a couple of guys miss, broke a couple of tackles en route to the end zone.
And 6 seconds into the second quarter, a Northland Buildings touchdown, and now they will go for 2, which they do anyway. But in this case, they want the 2-point variety of the Point and Flush Sportsman's Club extra point to tie the game. Actually, now they have tied the game. They go for 2 because they go for 2. That's McNett to the left. Now he comes in motion. And back to pass Temperley. And under pressure, and down he goes. Subs.com sack. And so we're tied at 12, 6 seconds into the second quarter.
Now my eyes were down working on things. That's an 8-man thing, you don't kick?
Some teams do.
Some teams do.
More often than not, they go for 2.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing. You know, why are 8-player games already big scoring games? Because you got fewer players defending a large amount of area. So I think that's really why they go for 2.
It's a more narrow field, isn't it?
It's more narrow, yes, but I'm not sure if it's proportionally more narrow. The other thing is, if you only have enough players to play 8-man, you got to have a kicker, you think? Unless you find, the old thing.
You're like anything. You have a kicker or you don't. See, back in the BHS days, River Ridge days, Jerry Usko rolls the ball out there. Anybody want to try kicking? A couple of guys that swing the, they'd go ahead and give it a shot.
Shoebox.
Guess we're running this year.
Sounds like Jerry Usko. Shoebox Tournament presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. North Crawford now leading Highland 13-0. 9:40 left in the first half. That's on X1071. Kickoff is returned up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, this is my first 8-man game, and it reminds me a little more of a playground ball, really. Do the fewer numbers, and it's not a knock on it at all. It's kind of it's enjoyable to watch.
Well, and it seems like I think that game earlier this year between these two teams, that's the lowest scoring 8-player game I've ever announced, and it was 36-28. At least in terms of winning points, because you can do games in the 40s and the 50s regularly. Tied at 12. And we're 13 seconds into the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the DeSoto 40. And a run around the left side across the 45 to the 47 for DeFlorian for 7 yards.
Griffin McNeck got the shoulder pads just a little bit lower as both guys angling for position, but he got the stop for the Braves.
Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks. 2. Yeah, that rhymes. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. 1st and 10, 2nd and 3 from the 47 of DeSoto, near side hash mark. 2 receivers over to the right. DeFlorian is the running back. And now Schultz comes in motion. Fake to him. DeFlorian off right tackle all the way across the 45. Then down to the 43-yard line, and another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down.
Junior Caden North brought him down from behind.
By the way, also on the shoebox scoreboard, what happened to my thing here? After one quarter, UW Platteville leading La Crosse 14-7. That is a huge game in the WIAC. First down. 10 yards to go for the Belmont 43-yard line. 3 receivers to the right. Somebody may have left early and didn't get a call. DeFlorian gets the snap, and DeFlorian loses a yard. Back to the 44. He tried to go around the right side, and the left side of the Belmont defense said, "You will go no farther."
Yeah, North and Paulson helping out on the stop there that time for the Braves.
I was trying to think about this earlier today. When was the last time you and I did a football game together? It was like the 1990s, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was that long ago. That was the genesis of it, though.
Yeah, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 11. And the pass is caught and spun down eventually. Actually, he didn't go down until right at the end. The pass caught by Trisoni. And that ball spotted at the 35. It will be 3rd down and 2 yards to go from there.
Doesn't feel like it was that long ago because I listen to you all the time. I feel like I'm in the booth. But yeah, I really had to think about that now when the last time we worked together was on football.
Well, I can tell you one of the times, and it was because every time I see Scott Tolzman and I'm in Belmont, I think of this game. We'll get to that in a moment here. 3rd down, 2 yards to go from the Belmont 35-yard line. Receiver coming in motion, that's Trisoni. And the pass to Roble across the middle from Roble. He throws to the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Trisoni of 35 yards. And DeSoto, with 9:03 left, goes back up in the first half. 18-12, the overture score. That ends up being a scoring drive of 60 yards in 5 plays. And it took 2 minutes and 44 seconds for DeSoto to get the lead back. And they will go for 2. With the receivers left and right. And Trisoni comes in motion, and now a whistle. And DeSoto, something was not right there, so they have to call timeout on the 2-point attempt. After the Northland Buildings touchdown, they will go for the Point and Flush Sportsman's Club extra point. I'm trying to think, off the top of my head of the 8-player games I've done if I've actually ever seen a kick. I'm not sure I have. I think everybody that I've covered has gone for 2. But the game I remember you and I doing was Black Hawk at Belmont here in 1995. And it was a very tight game. And Belmont had not lost yet during the regular season. Right down on that side, the south end zone, It was 3rd and goal. Score was tied. They went for the touchdown, didn't get it, so it's 4th and goal. No timeouts left for Belmont, and all of a sudden everybody's running around like they're on fire, and they run out a kicker. I believe it was Travis Rundy. He ends up kicking the game-winning field goal. He'd never kicked in a game before. And ask Scott Tolzman about that. They actually clinched a playoff berth for Belmont back in the 10 or 9 team Blackhawk Conference days.
Well, it wasn't you and I because I was on Ridge's roster that year.
96, that's the year it was. So I was a year off, I think. Or maybe it was 97. Anyway, the 2-point run attempt after the timeout, and that will be short. Around the right side, the Florian tried to run. And so it is still DeSoto 18, Belmont 12, 9:03 left in the first half. Back after this on Super Hits 106.
In Game 5.
Here at Super Hits 106, we love giving you a great mix of music, entertainment, and of course, prizes. If you participate in any of our giveaways and contests...
All right, listen up. Before we go any further, I'm going to lay down a few rules. Number 1.
Contests are generally open to U.S. residents 18 years or older and reside within our terrestrial listening area. Other age restrictions may apply.
Number 2.
You can only win once per 30 days or once per promotion or contest.
Number 3.
Employees, agents, and affiliates of the station, Queen Bee Radio Incorporated, Morgan Murphy Media, contest sponsors, other radio, television, and print advertising companies are ineligible to win. Other restrictions apply. No purchase necessary.
Number 4.
All entries, completed or blank, any and all material pertaining to a contest are the property of Queen Bee Radio. Prize winners have 30 days to pick up their prize at the Queen Bee Radio offices. 51 Means Drive in Platteville, Wisconsin, 53818. Bring your ID. A signature may be required. Unclaimed prizes will be disposed of at the discretion of Queen Bee Radio. All decisions are final. Winners are responsible for all taxes, fees, usage charges, tariffs, and other fees associated with their prize. Queen Bee Radio makes no guarantee of any awarded prize and is released from all liability. A full list of our general contest rules can be found online at superhits106.com or at the Queen Bee Radio offices. Keep listening for your next chance to win.
I said, am I the winner? My God, I can't believe it.
Love you guys.
In Game 5.
Griffin McNett returns the kickoff after the DeSoto touchdown. And Belmont will take over at the 27-yard line, 18-12 DeSoto.
And McNutt picked the pitch to Kismore as he was starting to move forward, and that gained him, I think, 10 more yards at least based on the misdirection that was suggested.
8:55 remaining in the first half. Receivers left and right, plus a wingback on the right side. Now McNutt goes in motion. Here's a swing pass, and this is going to be a pass. McNutt throws deep, and Kloteka was the intended receiver. The pass is short, and it's incomplete. Second down.
Covered well on the play by Jackson Trusoni, too.
Second down, 10 yards to go. See, now I have to do the math to figure this all out. You graduated from River Ridge what year?
In 96.
Okay. So
fall of 95.
So I think the game was actually in 97 because...
and that was the era we called a lot of games together.
Yes, we did, including a certain state semifinal game in Poynette with the A-frame press box.
Yep. One I'll never forget.
Oh, no. Nobody from River Ridge will forget that game. 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. And back to passes Temperley. Now he rolls to the right, takes off. He gets to the 40 and spun down at the 43-yard line. So, try that again. Yeah, 43-yard line.
Bryce Schultz there leading the charge for the tackle. Had to get some help, though, as the back not going down easily for the Braves.
So, third down, 4 yards to go. As we come down. Well, 8:17 remaining in the first half. 18-12 DeSoto. Receivers left and right, including a wingback, and back to pass on 3rd and 4. Temperley throws and short. He had pressure coming up the middle and got rid of the ball before I think he preferred to. Incomplete. 4th down, 4 yards to go, and we'll see what they decide to do here. Remember, they went for it around their own 30-yard line, and it didn't convert. They're going to look like they're going to punt here on 4th and 4. DeSoto had 8 players up, and now they're backing one back. And a high snap grabbed, and a kick that is caught at the 34-yard line. And that is where DeSoto will take over with an 18-12 lead. 7:58 remaining until the Magnet Electric halftime report, in which we will, among other things, tell you every team from our area that got into the 11-player playoffs, because that was announced this morning.
Yeah, some near misses in Southwest Wisconsin as well.
Now, a couple of bowl teams that did get in. One receiver on each side. One running back. And this will push back DeSoto 5 yards because the player on the right side took off before he was supposed to. 1st and 15 after the false start. We will have, by the way, Packer football tomorrow. They'll be in Arizona, where bad things seem to happen to the Packers, and weird bad things seem to happen to the Packers. 1 o'clock on 97.7 Country WGLR. First coming up this afternoon, Badgers and Ohio State from Camp Randall, also on 97.7 Country WGLR. 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to passes Roble. With time now, he takes off, and Roble picks his way past a defender and gets up to the 33-yard line for a gain of 4. Second down, 11 yards to go coming up. Our game today brought to you by Millie's Diner in Dickeyville, where everything is homemade. Open 7 days a week, 7 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Check out their menu and daily specials on Facebook. Second down at 11 from the 33 of DeSoto. 2 receivers to the right. Play action. The throw from Roble caught, and that ends up right at the first down marker.
Yeah, Trussoni, a nice catch. And Temperley, a nice shoestring tackle.
That would have been a lot more yards. As it is, it ends up being a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down, but the shoestring tackle by Temperley prevented what would have been a much longer play. One receiver to the left side. Everybody else in tight, one running back. 1st and 10 from the DeSoto 44. Keeper for Roble, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage and gains no more than line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Slight loss on the play. They gave him the line of scrimmage. I don't know about that. I thought it was a sub sack for Bradley Lancaster.
Well, if the length of the football is a subs.com sack, we'll call it. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer, Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, Lanark, Illinois, and at Sloans.com. I've driven past that one. Boss Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Boss Electric, Lancaster and Fenimore, and Lancaster Dental Associates and Fenimore Smiles. Get the smile you want and the health you deserve. Learn more at lancdent.com. 2nd and 10 from the 44. And Roble throws to the right side, and a pass is caught, and a first down around at the 33-yard line.
It's over the shoulder catch by Jackson Trussoni again.
That was a great one-handed catch over the shoulder, and another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down at the 33 of Belmont. 6:08 remaining in the first half. 18-12 DeSoto. One receiver goes out to the left. And now that's Trussoni coming in motion. One running back, that's DeFlorian, next to Roble. And it's Schultz in the backfield. And he gets down to about the 30-yard line. Gain of 3. 2nd down, 7 yards to go coming up. Subs.com, our quarterback sack sponsor. Fuel your fitness journey with a wide selection of products from a locally owned company. Visit their Fenimore, Dubuque, and Platteville locations in Subs.com. And it's 2nd and 7 from the Belmont 30-yard line. Receiver over to the right side. And a running back to the left of Roble. And It will be DeFlorian around the right side. And he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that looks like about it. 3rd down 7 from the 30 coming up.
Well, Temple came out of there with the football, but the official said no, that was enough. But I wonder if that same play, if DeSoto doesn't hand it off to the receiver in motion this time, because that appeared like it might have been a one-on-one situation.
3rd down, 7 yards to go from the Belmont 30-yard line. Receivers on each side, one of whom comes in motion. And the pass to the right side is caught. And down to the 20, actually down to the 10-yard line.
Bryce Schultz.
And the Bitech Green Zone, a Gritterway Bitech Resource Management of Monroe.
Sorry if I'm popping down in your way. I'm trying to.
No, it's okay.
Trying to see the field.
And it is another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. Actually, it's at the 11-yard line, so they will be able to get a first down without a score. 3 receivers to the right side. And Belmont's defense switches up. And then DeFlorian goes into the backfield and gets the handoff. And he is down to the 10 and pushed back. Maybe got to the 9-yard line for 2. 2nd down, 8 yards to go from the 9. People's State Bank for personal home business and egg loans. Visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Pink's Automotive in Lancaster, our penalty sponsor, and Goodney's Garage in Platteville. They have the certified technicians, equipment, and experience to keep your vehicle in top running condition. And Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Play has stopped for some reason. I think the clock has stopped.
They project a timeout there.
Timeout called with 3:18 left in the first half. DeSoto calls the timeout. Pirates with the lead, 18-12. DeSoto has, by the way, pretty amazing football tradition that a lot of people may not necessarily have noticed. They went from 1996 until their last 11-player season, making the playoffs every year. And that would have been, it's just been a few years since they went to 8 players. So from 96 into the 2020s. And the only reason that they went 8 players because of enrollment. And it didn't have anything to do with their success or lack thereof, because they were making the playoffs every single year.
Yeah, they've had a good program up there. No doubt about that. Winner of this gets the winner of Oakfield Williams Bay. A little shoebox scoreboard update. They've got 2:46 left second quarter. And Oakfield on top big time, 55-0 over Williams Bay.
I guess we know who's next for the winner of this game.
The well-nourished Oakfield squad.
2nd and 8 from the 9. And Roble around the right side keeps it and gets down to about the 5-yard line. And it will be 3rd and 4 from the 5. And of course, DeSoto has one of the most unique playing facilities, the pit, which is at the bottom of the hill. At the top of the hill, of course, is the school, and then at the bottom is the football field, and it's quite a place. Receivers left and right. DeFlorian, the running back, next to Roble, 3rd and 4 from the 5, and Roble pitches it, and DeFlorian is into the end zone. And so DeSoto extends its lead with 2:28 remaining in the first half. It is 24-12 after a scoring drive that goes 66 yards in 11 plays. And after the Northland Buildings touchdown, they will go for the Point and Flush Sportsman's Club extra point. Receivers left and right. And Trussoni comes in motion to the right. And it goes to Schultz. He runs to the left side and then throws to the end zone for 2. Or did he?
I think he was forward of the line of scrimmage. There's a flag down on the far side. Kind of pitched that from his breadbasket. I thought he was far ahead.
The DeSoto coaches, which are on the other side of the wall here, disagree. And it is an illegal forward pass on DeSoto, so they get another shot at it, but back at the 8-yard line.
Well, then that can't be the call, can it?
Does the rule say that there'll be a loss of down, I suppose?
I guess I don't know that.
That's never come up before, believe it or not. So they'll go for 2. Roble is the quarterback. He goes back to pass and throws it to the right side, and the pass incomplete. DeSoto 24, Belmont 12 with 2:28 left in the first half.
You mentioned the pit, and it just clicked in my head that this came together. Me helping you today kind of came together last minute. Just reminded of the last DeSoto Belmont playoff football game I called back in 2009 at the pit. 5 overtimes.
Oh, that's right.
And one by it was a cloudy, overcast day, and right before that last possession for DeSoto, the sun shone across the field. I'm like, oh boy, here it comes, and it came, and DeSoto won that. That was a classic.
I have done one game at DeSoto. That was back in, I believe, 1996. That was the second of 2 games I did, and at the time I lived in, or 99 I should say, at the time I lived in Ripon. And DeSoto back to Ripon, that's quite a drive, especially if you have to get up to get your wife to the airport for an 8 a.m. flight. The only good thing about it was that that was the weekend the daylight saving time ended, so somewhere I picked up an hour. That was, by the way, DeSoto beating Cassville 7-0 in that game back in 99.
You picked up an hour, but you just spent it.
Basically. Here is the kickoff. And fielded just before the goal line. And Kismore is up to about the 23-yard line.
You spent it on football and flying women, and the rest you wasted, right?
Something like that. 2:20 left. Where have I heard that line before?
Well, that's a paraphrase. I'm not sure it's been dropped that way before. And it probably won't be again.
2:20 left in the first half. Belmont football at the 23-yard line and a 24-12 DeSoto lead. Again, keep in mind that they were up 2 scores. DeSoto was on Belmont the first time these 2 teams met, and the Braves came back and won it in overtime. They have plenty of time here in this first half, and temporarily with a pump fake, throws to the left side. The pass is caught, but tagged right there at the 26-yard line.
Found himself in the business end of a Bryce Schultz left shoulder pad. Boom.
Second down, 7 yards to go from the 26. Belmont has all 3 of its timeouts. DeSoto has 2. Receivers left and right on 2nd and 7. Back to pass temporarily. Now he's going to run forward and is spun down around the 39-yard line, 29-yard line. And that will bring up 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Interestingly, both of the quarterbacks have run the ball more than the last time that they actually temporarily I think has run about as often, but in a half. He had 5 carries for 52 yards the first time these 2 teams met. He's had about that in this half. And it's 3rd down, 4 yards to go from the 29. Temporarily throws right, pass is caught, and that'll be a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down completion to Will Christensen.
Kanoa Rogers on the stop. Minute 2 to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 from the 40. Play action. Actually, it's a handoff and a short gain, and now Belmont will call a timeout. after Kismore gains a couple. Second down, 8 yards to go from the 42. Mound City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Learn more at MoundCityBank.com. And Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. Again, on out the half, North Crawford now leading Highland 26-0. The Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest innovative shoe store in the Midwest. That is on X1071. Score we had at the quarter was UW Platteville leading UW La Crosse 14-7 at Ralph E. Davis Pioneer Stadium. Second down, 8 yards to go from the 42-yard line. 57 seconds left in the first half. Belmont called the timeout. Braves trail DeSoto 24-12. Back to passes temporarily with time. Now throws it down the far side and just overshoots the intended receiver. I think it was Kloteka, and fans screaming about interference. No flag. Second down, third and 10. Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. Third and 10 from the 42. 51 seconds left in the first half. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, and
timeout DeSoto.
They did not have, it sounded like they didn't have people where they wanted them to be. And so the timeout called with 45 seconds left in the first half. Again, Badger football coming up. 97.7 Country WGLR. The Badgers are number 1 ranked Ohio State. Steve's Pizza. Follow Steve's Pizza Palace on Facebook and Instagram for Pizza of the Month specials. Get your favorite pizza 11 in the morning to 10 in the evening, 7 days a week at Steve's Pizza in Platteville. What's your favorite at Steve's?
It's custom. Pepperoni, right. Ground beef, Canadian bacon, fresh mushroom, extra cheese.
We either get the house, or sometimes we've been known to get the vegetarian, the garden pizza with pepperoni in it. Makes it vaguely healthy that way.
It's been a while since I've had one of the direct off the menu selections there.
Oh, so you're one of those types. Third and 8 from the 42, back to passes temporarily under pressure. Gets the pass off to the right side. It's caught. It'll be a first down. And more. Eisler fights his way forward to the 43 of Belmont, of DeSoto. And he had to earn that.
Ooh, and there's a flag thrown after the fact. That appears to be unsportsmanlike against Belmont, but we'll see what the official threw that so enthusiastically that way for.
The officials are talking about it. Somebody from DeSoto was clapping. 37 seconds left in the first half. And this should push them back.
Too many men on the field.
Wow.
Hand behind the head, right?
I believe you are correct.
Or illegal participation, whatever it's called.
So that'll push them. Well, the ball is back. Now they get it back 5, so it was a 5-yard penalty. Pushes them back to the 37. It will be third down. Third down and 13. And the clock starts. Receivers left and right. two receivers actually to the left. And temporarily to pass. Has the time, throws, but misses the intended receiver at the 46. And the intended receiver was Boone Havens. And so 4th down, and you would assume a punt here because it's 4th and 11.
21.3 seconds remaining.
Havens looks to punt, and DeSoto not buying it. They do have a back sort of around the 45, but here's the punt. It's over his head, and DeSoto will just let it bounce, and bounce, and bounce, and roll to a stop at the 26-yard line. 15 seconds left of the first half. And DeSoto would, you would think, be okay with just letting this, running one play and being done with it. We're brought to you by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. 1st and 10 for DeSoto at the 26. Everybody in tight except for one receiver to the right, and Romo will just down it, and that will bring to an end the first half. Our score at the half: DeSoto 24, Belmont 12. McNett Electric halftime report after these messages on Super Ritz 106.
Halftime, 3 minutes.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Looking for your next getaway? Discover Darlington, Wisconsin. Whether you're planning a day trip, a romantic date night, a weekend escape, or a week-long adventure, Darlington has something for everyone. Explore scenic trails, charming downtown shops, and delicious dining options. Enjoy a peaceful picnic by the river or a lively night out. Stay in a lodge, cabin, hotel, or campground. Visit Darlington, where every moment is a new adventure. Discover more at darlingtonwi.com. Darlington, your perfect destination for any occasion.
Are there scary spaces around your home or business?
Oh, sorry. That step is broken. You okay?
Get to Eastman Cartwright Lumber in Platteville for all your building needs. From new builds to renovations to that scary stair you keep forgetting to fix. And they invite you to the Queen Bee Radio Haunted Halloween Candy Drive-Thru Wednesday, October 22nd from 5 till 6 at the radio station parking lot in Platteville. This free family-friendly event is sponsored in part by Eastman Cartwright Lumber in Platteville for all your building needs.
ADRC of Grant County invites you to Elderfest Friday, October 24th from 9 to 11:30 a.m. Elderfest is free for area seniors at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Lancaster. You'll find valuable aging resources, health screenings, a vaccine clinic, as well as live music from Doug Wayne, a concession stand, door prizes, and other giveaways. Free transportation's available with a reservation at 608-723-6113. A morning full of fun, health, and community at Elderfest Friday, October 24th in Lancaster.
I'm here with Kyle Wiskus from Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Kyle, it seems like hybrids are dominating the roads, but there aren't many charging locations in Dubuque.
Agreed. Luckily, Toyota hybrids don't require plug-in charging. The Toyota hybrid system is built to charge while the vehicle is being driven, so there's no need for plug-in charging.
What about the battery life? Should people be worried about its longevity?
Not at all. Toyota has sold over 5 million hybrids in the last 25 years. Plus, their battery warranty covers you for 10 years or 150,000 miles.
How does regular maintenance on a hybrid compare to a gas model?
Toyota hybrid vehicles require the same maintenance as gas-powered models and oftentimes even less. For example, the hybrid model's regenerative braking charges the battery even while slowing down the vehicle, increasing the life of the vehicle's brake pads.
Wow, it seems like there are a lot of benefits in choosing a hybrid Toyota. Visit Anderson Weber in Dubuque to learn more and take a test drive today.
Halftime, 3 minutes.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA playoff football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental. and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Super Hits 106 and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Laley Center Monroe. It is time for the McNett Electric halftime report. For all your electrical leads, choose McNett Electric in Belmont, and we've had another action-packed first half, but unlike the first meeting, it's DeSoto in front 24-12. Pirates took the opening kickoff and went 83 yards in 6 plays, and just a minute 58 with a touchdown pass from Finn Roble to Bryce Schultz. The pass was incomplete for 6-0 DeSoto. Then Belmont took a chance on 4th and 3 from their own 40, but did not get the first down. They did get a defensive stop, however, and then ended up another shot from their own 30-yard line on 4th down and ended up giving it back. DeSoto got the ball then at the Belmont 29-yard line in just 6 plays at a minute 59 with Finn Roble running it in for the touchdown. The 2-point run was short, and it was 12-0 DeSoto over Belmont with a minute 59 left in the first half. Belmont had a fast answer after that, or did they? Yes, they did. They had a fast answer after that. An 81-yard, 4-play scoring drive with a bomb pass for a touchdown to Boone Havens from Wyatt Temperley of down to the 23-yard line. Actually, the bomb pass was before that to Kismore. And then the 23-yard touchdown pass made it 12-6 DeSoto. With 52 seconds left of the first half, that was the quarter score. And then on the first play, after an interception by Wyatt Temperley, one play after that, Kismore ran it in for the touchdown from 9 yards out. 2-point run or 2-point run didn't get in, so we were tied at 12. But from that point, it's kind of been all Belmont, or been all DeSoto. The Pirates got the ball at the 40 and needed just 5 plays to get the touchdown. It ended up being a 35-yard touchdown pass from Roble to Jackson Trisoni. 2-point run again short, 18-12. DeSoto with 9:03 left in the first half. 3 and out after that. And then DeSoto went on a 66-yard, 11-play scoring drive that ended up with DeFlorian running it in from 4 yards out. And the Point and Flush Sportsman's Club extra point attempts, there were 2 of them. One was flagged out a penalty, and the other one was incomplete. And Belmont had the ball after that, but was unable to move it, had to punt. And so that's where we sit. 24-12, DeSoto leading Belmont at the half. And among other things, Belmont's taken some chances on 4th downs. They haven't worked, and that's been kind of, there was one touchdown, of course, where they got very good field position. DeSoto did. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And so that's been one thing that hasn't worked. Temperley's run the ball more, and I'm not sure that's been planned exactly. Interestingly, Roble has run the ball more for DeSoto, much more than he did in the first meeting, and he's been pretty effective running the football.
Yeah, both teams the adjustments to make exactly how you draw it up. I'm not sure how much is your lack of execution, how much is it the other team's play executed well.
Belmont will get the ball to start the second half. We'll discuss what happens after that. After this, at the half, 24-12, DeSoto leading Belmont on Super Hits 106.
In Game 6.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
We know that good health is your number one priority, and at Grant Regional Health Center, it's ours too. Whether it's a mammogram, lung screening, or colonoscopy, we make it easier than ever to get screened for your peace of mind. And best of all, at Grant Regional, we offer quick scheduling and less travel, so you can focus on what really matters, your health. Schedule your screening today at 608-723-2131, accepting Medical Associates, Dean, and Quartz Insurance, to name a few. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
In Game 6.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA playoff football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Centerman Road. McNett Electric halftime report, 24-12 DeSoto leads Belmont. Time now for the halftime fix. Melody's Diner in Dickeyville presents the halftime fix. Stop in and see what they are fixing for you. Well, as far as DeSoto goes, things seem to be working quite well, and you might see them running the ball more with a 2-score lead, perhaps. Of course, there's a trap there necessarily, conceivably, because if Belmont all of a sudden starts moving the ball, and they've been pretty effective, DeSoto has, throwing it, if you stop and then all of a sudden you're tied or behind and you try to start throwing the ball again, maybe it doesn't work the later time.
Yeah, still favorable conditions for throwing, just a light breeze, looks like, out of the southwest. And if you can stay balanced, I think you try to stay balanced, and just, make the safe pass. It's just, again, taking in 8-man for the first time, it just seems like there's a lot more field to work with in terms of open field, decision making. You got what, 3 less guys getting in your way out there, but less targets too. But just a lot more room to operate and kind of read the room, so to speak, offensively.
As far as Belmont goes, Temperley's compared to the first time he played, Temperley's a little off. I think they've gotten more of a pass rush on him than they did than DeSoto did the first time they played. When Temperley pretty much the whole game had as much time as he needed to throw. He's been a little bit off on a couple of the deep passes, in part probably because he's been rushed a little bit.
Yeah, he was pressured a little bit on some of those and kind of looked toward the sideline. I'm not sure what he was looking for. Was the receiver not where he needed to be? Was there too much pressure? Is he trying to get alignment in gear? Not sure what the consternation was about, except for it can be frustrating when you're not executing like the way you'd like to be offensively, and instead of waving the arms, looking at the sideline, maybe pull the guys together and say, hey, here's what we need to do to get the job done.
Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Again, North Crawford leading Highland 26-0 at the half. That's on X1071. And the last score we had was UW-Platteville leading La Crosse 14-7 after 1 at Ralphie Davis Pioneer Stadium. Well, here are, for those who didn't hear them, actually even for those who did hear them, the playoff pairings. And there are some interesting matchups. We'll start in Division 7, where one game, this ought to be an interesting game. 2 rivals from the other side of the Wisconsin River. Ithaca, a 6th seed, against Seneca Wazeeka Steuben, a 3rd seed. Also, Potosi Cassville, they got a 3rd seed, and they will host 6th seed Cambria Friesland. And then repeat in the 6 Rivers. River Ridge got in as an 8th seed, but they get to play Blackhawk Warren, the number 1 seed.
Well, it was speculated in some of those brackets earlier that they were lined up to go to Kenosha St. Joe's, so I think they'll much rather take this trip against a common opponent who they had a pretty tight game with the first time around.
Right. And meanwhile, in Division 6, and now I have to check because I thought I could read my own handwriting, but apparently not so much.
What are you looking for? Because I have that stuff open too.
Markesan is a 2 seed, and they are playing Belleville. That's who that is. So Belleville ends up all the way down with their 2 losses in the last 2 games. That drops into a 7th seed. They got to go to Markesan, the number 2 seed. Meanwhile, that Merrill Point Fenimore game was so great last night, They have a rematch, except that this time it's in Fenimore next Friday. Mineral Point a 5 seed, Fenimore a 4th seed. And then Darlington got the number 1 seed, and they are hosting 8th seed Melrose Mindoro on Friday in level 1. Division 5, Lancasters, we said, got a 7th seed, so they did get in, but they got to go to number 2 seed Amherst.
Might be tough sledding, literally.
Yeah, depending on, yes. Richland Center got a 7th seed, so they got in. They, however, have to go to Stratford, a number 2 seed, who is, remember, the Division 6 state champion last year, playing up in 5. And then Westfield will be going to number 3rd seed Prairie du Chien. Durand, Arkansas, and I can only kind of vaguely know where that is, but they go to number 4 seed River Valley in Division 5. And then in Division 4, how many times has this game been played? Platteville got in, they got a number 6 seed, they go to 3rd seed Lodi.
When you're sitting around projecting what our coverage is going to be each and every year, you could win a lot of money over the years saying, I've got Platteville at Lodi, as soon as the brackets come out.
Yeah, indeed, definitely. That's the McNett Electric halftime report. 24-12, DeSoto leads Belmont at the half, second half after these messages on Super Hits 106.
In Game 7.
Hurry in and save big money now at Menards. Improve your home's appearance with a new ideal garage door. Choose from our large in-stock selection or design your own using our free Garage Door Designer. In-store or online. Save big on ideal garage doors. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Oakwood Fruit Farm is bursting with the flavors of fall. Check out Honeycrisp, Cortland, Macintosh, and many more apples. The bakery's in full swing with fresh apple cider donuts, take and bake pies ready for your oven, gooey caramel apples. While you're there, stock up on fresh apple cider, cranberries, pumpkins, squash, and other seasonal treats. And here's the cherry. Apple on top. Every Tuesday, take 10% off all apple purchases. Celebrate the taste of fall at Oakwood Fruit Farm, where every bite tastes like autumn.
Oakwood Fruit Farms, that's the one for family fun.
In Game 7.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA playoff football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters Over Doors on Super Hits 106 and on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lely Center Monroe. 24-12. DeSoto leading Belmont at the half. Braves will get the second half kickoff on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Platteville leading Lacrosse at Ralphie Davis Pioneer Stadium 21-14 at the half. North Crawford leading Highland at the half 26-0. That's on X1071. In the somewhat murderous stretch of the schedule that UW-Platteville was in, they had their first loss last week. It doesn't get any easier this week, and it doesn't get any easier the next 2 weeks.
It's the way you want it, though. Play your toughest games late, be battle-tested for the postseason. As long as everything's falling your way. But you got something to say for that. It's football. Impose your will.
It's extremely hard to imagine a better Division III football conference than the WIAC. I mean, you got 4 ranked teams. How many conferences can say that?
Not a whole lot that I know of.
Our game today, only if I turn the page can I tell you, but our game today brought to you by Southwest Health. They have over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. And West End Salvage in Lancaster, so Junkyard Joe Krantz of the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction of demolition waste to West End Salvage in Lancaster. Badger football about to kick off. Ohio State and Wisconsin. Who knows what news comes after that on 97.7 Country WGLR. Tomorrow, Packers Cardinals from the Valley of the Sun. 1 o'clock start. on 97.7 Country WGLR. Tuesday we have 4 volleyball regional quarterfinals coming up. Belmont moves right to left in quarter number 3. Somebody's last half of football is just kicked off. And the kick returned by Kismore up to the 44-yard line.
Wrapped up by Drake Ebner on the play.
6 seconds into quarter number 3. I would have to think, and this is a cliche to say this, but I would have to believe that this first drive of the second half is big for the Braves. It's
cliche, but it's accurate. Yep.
Well, that's why cliches happen, because they are usually accurate. First and 10 from the 34-yard line. On a sun-splashed, gorgeous day, just high cirrus clouds. First down, 10 yards to go, and it's Bradley Lancaster handling the football for the first time, and he gains 2 to the 36 before he gets pushed back.
Griffin Hansen had the initial hit.
Second down, 8 yards to go. We're brought to you by Mountain City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. One receiver goes to the right. One running back. Now McNett comes in motion. Play action for Temperley. Looking. Throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40-yard line. Looked like he was trying to throw over a receiver and came up short. There is a penalty flag back at the 32 or 3.
Yeah, in the area of holding, and that'll be declined if so.
So the Lancaster down Fillmore Smiles turnover, but who was the penalty on?
The Belmont Braves clapping. It's a defensive hold.
So the interception wiped out.
You gotta talk to them.
And it'll be 10 yards, and due to the yardage, a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down via the Pinks Automotive penalty. That's the second defensive holding penalty in the game, and you could go weeks without getting one or seeing one anyway. Ball's actually at the 44, should be at the 46. Because it was 2nd and 8 before.
Officials looking for the football.
There it is.
I think Kev Wick had it.
They put it at the 44. That's not right. It should be at the 46 because that was where the play was from. Okay, so they got an 8-yard penalty. And a first down. And here is Kismore up the middle, and Kismore across midfield, or to midfield, for a gain of 4 yards. Second down, 4 yards to go.
Trussoni on the stop again for the Pirates.
I feel that if we had a certain one of our partners on this game, he would have made a comment about spotting and all that. Second down, 4 yards to go from midfield. And Kismore up the middle to the 45 and a first down, and gets tripped up at the 41, but it's another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down, actually spotted at the 42.
Noah Rogers on the stop.
Temperley comes back from the sidelines with a play. Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all your agricultural, commercial, residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. Receiver out to the right side, and Kismore up the middle and fights his way across the 35 and ends up getting stacked up there, but that's 7 yards right there.
Belmont front line doing a good job opening up some running holes for Kismore here early in the second half. A trend they'll need to see continue here.
There wasn't a lot of that toward the end of the first half when DeSoto kind of took charge, so perhaps that was emphasized at the half.
Millie's Diner.
Yeah,
halftime fix.
That was the Millie's Diner halftime fix from the locker room, yes. Second down, 3 yards to go from the 35 of DeSoto. Back to pass Temperley. Has time. Now protection breaking down. And he now runs with it and fights his way across the 35 down to the 33-yard line.
Now, what was the penalty? That flag went up late. Did it take that much holding to get him freed up?
It's on DeSoto.
Is it a personal foul?
So, presumably a late hit.
Yeah, 15-yarder. Going to take them into that by Ted green zone.
Another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down, thanks to the Pinks Automotive penalty. 1st and 10 from the 19. And Kizemore up the middle. And a gain for him down to the 15-yard line, 4 yards for number 3. Second down, 6 yards to go. And certainly Belmont moving the ball better than they did on their 3 and outs. Although, yardage-wise, I think they did fine the first half. The problem was that, they had 2 fourth down conversion attempts in their own end and got neither of them to succeed. Receiver out to the right on 2nd and 6. And it's Kizemore around the right side. Seemed like he took a wide turn there, and he ends up getting down to only about the 14-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5. Although they respot it now at the 13, so it'll be 3rd and 4.
His running lane's a little more slow in developing here later in this drive.
Kizemore lines up behind Temperley. McNett is the receiver to the left side. And here's Kizemore up the middle, across the 10, and
still shy of the first down by a yard, I think.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up 4th down and about a yard to go from the 10-yard line. Suffice to say, this is a huge play. Looks like it's about 2 feet to the first down. 4th and 1 just outside the 10. 24-12, DeSoto leading Belmont. McNett goes out to the right. Kizemore, the running back, behind Temperley. Now he goes in motion. Here's the pitch to Kizemore. He'll get the first down. Gets to the 5, gets to the end zone. And the Northland Buildings touchdown. And the Braves take the second half kickoff and go 66 yards in 10 plays. And that late hit certainly helped a lot. It's 24-18. And the Point and Flow Sportsman's Club attempt for 2. And it's a handoff to Kizemore, and Kizemore is in. That's the first successful run of the day for anybody. And it is DeSoto 24, Belmont 20. With 7:16 left in the third. Back after this on Super Hits 106.
In game 8.
Hi, this is Sue Rydell from the Bell Tower Theater, inviting you to our uproarious new comedy, The Second to Last Chance Ladies League. When Deidre opens Occasionally Yours, an event center for all kinds of fresh new gatherings, her dearest friends rally around her. What could possibly go wrong? Basically, almost everything. Don't miss The Second to Last Chance Ladies League, October 10th to the 26th. Tickets are just $26. Call 588-3377 or visit belltowertheater.net.
Enjoy the colors of fall and take a drive to Raleigh Cheese House. Stop in and try our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. Try our own fresh, squeaky cheese curds made every week. We also carry many other local cheeses, a wide variety of snacks, deli sandwiches, and beverages. It is worth the drive to shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23 Shellsburg.
In game 8.
24-20. And the opening kickoff, or the kickoff is returned only to the 40, where DeFlorian slipped.
Turf Monster got him.
Yeah.
Continuous clock there through 3 quarters, by the way, in Oakfield. And the Oaks must be full, 55-0. They still lead Williams Bay.
So DeSoto takes over at the 40. The touchdown by Kismore and the run by Kismore, and it's the first Point and Flush Sportsman's Club 2-point success in this game, and it's a 4-point DeSoto lead. And a keeper for Schultz, and tries to get outside. Gets up to the 42-yard line for 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go coming up.
Thomas Freeman got in the grasp in the backfield, just couldn't complete the tackle, though.
Actually, it looks like about a 2.5-yard gain. Ball is right between the 40 and 45, or, if you will, between the 42 and 43. How's that for being pedantic? One running back to Florian, actually now 2 running backs, and under center, here's the handoff, and spun down back at the 30-yard line.
Caden North. Big time play.
Schultz ends up losing 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. You know, you never realize until you do some games on artificial turf where you can see the markings perfectly that it's not hard, or it's not easy to put paint on grass. 3rd down, 10. Back to passes. Roble throws over the middle. Passes caught, and that'll be a first down around midfield. And it is Schultz making the catch. And the ball will be spotted at the Belmont 49. Excuse me, 1st and 10. 21 yards for number 21. And as Sullivan Auctioneers Big on Realty first down.
A lot of these fields being painted by robots now. Did you know that?
Did not.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Belmont 49-yard line. AI paint. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
This is just like your...
Here's DeFlorian up the middle, and he gets past 1 defender and then runs into the other, and no gain, maybe a yard. Maybe more like a foot.
I would assume it's just kind of like your memory vacuum cleaner, right? Goes around your house so China can map every inch of what you have going on your property. I'm down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. So China remembers that you didn't pick that up, pick up the mess in the corner there. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Trisoni in motion, and a fake pitch, and a throw over the middle. It's caught by Schultz, and Schultz down inside the 25-yard line. And that'll be a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down.
Cody Klektica on the stop. Nicely run play there, nicely designed. Fake that option to the right. Instead, open down the middle of the field.
Down to the 22-yard line. North Crawford now leading Highland 40-0. 5:03 left in the 3rd. On the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. That is on X1071. 2 receivers to the left. 1 running back, DeFlorian. Next to Robo, now man comes in motion. And it's DeFlorian up the middle and down to the 22-yard line or 21-yard line. Gain of about a yard. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Nearing the Bitech green zone. Our game today brought to you by Mountain View RV. The entire staff at Mountain View RV in Belmont congratulates the Belmont Braves football team coaches on their tremendous season. Mountain View RV, exit 26, off 151 in Belmont. Pass on 2nd and 9. Schultz makes the catch. A flare pass around the right side. He's inside the 20-yard line. Down to the 18 and now into the Bitech green zone, or Greenaway Bitech Resource Management of Monroe. It'll be 3rd down, 6 yards to go.
McNett and Kismore collaborate nicely on the stop for the Braves that time. Looking for a big 3rd down stop here.
3rd and 6. Trisoni goes to the left side. And a receiver over to the right. Now Trisoni goes in motion. And back to pass is Roble. The throw to the right side is caught and down to the 11-yard line. Bryce Schultz. And it looks like he gets the Sylvan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. Barely. He needed 6, got 7. That's 1st and 10 at the Belmont 11-yard line. As Thomas Freeman comes back in, and Grandma Diane is pleased by that. He got hurt toward the end of the first half. 2:06 remaining in the 3rd. 24-20 DeSoto. Winner likely gets Oakfield, barring a calamity in that game.
Be more than a calamity.
And now a whistle, and DeSoto's going to have to call a timeout with 1:51, speaking of which, left in the 3rd. And DeSoto trying to add to their 24-20 lead. Spensley feeds Vita Plus in Belmont. They offer top quality livestock feed for all your animal needs to get the most out of every input you put into your enterprise. Spensley feeds Vita Plus in Belmont. Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville. They offer a history of caring, and they understand that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville. Northland Buildings. For a quality Northland building built tough for the Northland, contact Joe Ryder, your local expert in quality Northland post-frame buildings. Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota Dubuque, when you are ready. Brought to you also by WCC Brands Custom Apparel, Kieler, WCC-brands.com, Highland State Bank of Highland and HighlandStateBank.net, and Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City at ColeAcersGolfandGrill.com. 1st and 10 from the Belmont 11-yard line. And back to pass is an interception. It's picked off, and this may go for 6. To the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the
Boone Havens. That was,
holy cow!
It was 85 yards plus, I think.
I think that was 90, actually. The ball was at the 11-yard line, and Havens just jumped the route, made like Al Harris, down the sidelines, and just like that, Belmont goes up for the first time. 26-24. With 99 seconds left in the 3rd on the most spectacular Lancaster Dental Fenway Smiles turnover you can see. It'll go for 2 now. And rolling out is Temperley, and Temperley under pressure, gets away, rolls to the right side, he's going to run it in for 2! That was a 2-yard run. He went about 20 yards to get it. All of a sudden, Belmont takes the lead. 28-24 with 99 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The pick 6. And Boone Havens, he saw the route coming the whole way and jumped the route down the far side. It literally looked like Al Harris picking off Matt Hasselbeck. And just like that, Belmont gets their first score of the game. What it looked like, DeSoto was going to go in to extend their lead, and now here's the kickoff. And it's over the head of DeFore, and that ends up being a touchback. Once it goes into the end zone in high school, it is a touchback. You can't return it from there. So that is where DeSoto will start at the 20-yard line. What a change of momentum that is.
It's official in Oakfield, 55-0. They beat Williams Bay. Winner of this headed to Oakfield next Friday night.
Minute 35 remaining in the third. And DeSoto, which has moved the ball, all of a sudden, hey, why are we down? 2 receivers to the left side on 1st and 10 from the 20 to Florian, the running back, and he moved early. They didn't call it. Florian around the left side gets the first down and more. And he's up to the, went out of bounds at the first down marker, but it is a first down. Sure seemed like he moved before the snap, but they didn't call it, so officially he didn't. And it's 11 yards, and a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down to the 31-yard line. 2 receivers on each side, which means that Roble is by himself in the backfield. Now a blocker coming in front of him, and he'll take it. Bounces off. Might have been off one of his own guys, and he loses yards. Back to the 29. 2nd and 12 coming up, and a whistle stops play.
North and Kismore led that charge defensively.
Somebody has to leave for DeSoto. I think that's Trisoni. And the ball is spotted at the 30, so it was a yard loss. And it's 2nd and 11. And now the clock running. 1:10 remaining in the third. And once again, except they have 3 bunched receivers to the right side. And now this time, DeFlorian goes next to Roble, who will keep the ball around the left side, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Bradley Lancaster had him low, and I think it was Trenton Paulson who got him high.
3rd and 12 coming up. And obviously the Belmont defense is geeked after the Belmont defense put him in front. 3rd and 12 back at the 29. Actually just short of the 29, so it's a little more than 12 yards. And again, 3 receivers to the right. Tight end is on the left. Roble all alone in the backfield, goes back to pass. Throws, ball is tipped and caught at the 40-yard line, and going forward, Trisoni gets the first down. Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down up to the 43.
Kismore finally wrapped him up with a tackle. I think told him about it afterwards once they both got back up.
You better be a little careful about that, obviously. And that ends quarter number 3. Somebody's last quarter of the season, well, in regulation anyway. Belmont 28, DeSoto 24. 4th quarter. After this on Super 106.
In Game 9.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
Turpin Dodge salutes Brooke Dittmer, Director of Critical Care and Cardiac Services at Mercy One Dubuque. Turpin will honor Brooke with a donation to the Mercy One Dubuque Foundation in her honor. Visit TurpinDodge.com to nominate an area nurse. Thank you, Brooke, from Turpin Dodge in Dubuque.
In Game 9.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA Playoff Football, presented by Cuba City, Kieler, Darlington, Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. 1st and 10 from the 43, and Roble gets wrapped up.
Chase Rickers. Roble kind of, I don't know, he was moving like he was really looking to run up the middle when maybe he could have cut it outside, but just looking a little robotic in his left to right and forward movement on that carry.
So that ends up as a Subs.com sack because it was a yard. Back to the 42, 2nd and 11. 28-24 Belmont as we start the 4th quarter. And comes in motion on 2nd and 11. And fake pitch to him, and the throw short, and actually incomplete.
Broken up by Bradley Lancaster. They intended that pass for Bryce Schultz, and Lancaster right there with him.
It's one of those just as well sort of things, because it was either going to be 3rd and 9 if he caught, or 3rd and 10 if he caught it, or 3rd and 11 if he didn't. And so it ends up being it's 3rd and 12 back at the 42. And DeSoto trying to get it. What they want to do, set. 3 receivers go to the left. And out to Florian. And out timeout. That's their 2nd timeout. And I'm not sure that was one of those timeouts they had to call because they didn't know what they wanted to do.
Exactly. Yep. That was evident out there at Wick saw something that was not developing correctly, or somebody didn't know what they were doing. And that was one of those unforced timeouts.
46 seconds into the 4th quarter, and again the winner will get Oakfield in the Level 2 game next Friday night. We, of course, will let you know on Monday what our broadcast and travel plans are. And I know that we will not be interfered with by the World Series.
Had to bring it up.
Sorry.
No, we won't be.
3rd and 12 from the DeSoto 42-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. Back to pass is Roble. Has time, throws to the left side, and the pass is caught. It'll be short of the 1st down. Caught by Trisoni at the Belmont 48. That'll be 4th down and 2 yards to go, and obviously they're going to go for it. DeSoto will. 4th and 2, 28-24 Belmont. The difference in the game, a pick 6 by Boone Havens near the end of the 3rd quarter. Receiver goes out to the right. Under center is Roble with 1 running back. And wow. Boy, that is surprising.
Belmont heading in, showing blitz on the 4th and short. And DeSoto looking for the hard count. And
I am surprised at that because here it's early 4th, you're down 4. And now, do they call a timeout or there's been...
DeSoto called a timeout.
And that's all they have. This might be, it's early to say this, probably minute into the 4th quarter. This might be the play of the game right here. 4th and 2 at the Belmont 48-yard line, 28-24. Belmont in front, also on the Shoebox. Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Platteville now leading lacrosse, 28-14 at Ralphie Davis Pioneer Stadium after 3.
Good deal.
Indeed. Also, the Badgers in Ohio State at Camp Randall, that's on 97.7 Country WGLR. 4th and 2 from the Belmont 48-yard line for DeSoto. And here's the pitch to DeFlorian, and gets pushed back. That depends on the spot.
Yeah, I think he's a foot shy.
Yeah, he needed to get to the 45 and a half.
They're almost to the 46.
He's at the 40. Actually, he may not even have gotten it. Well, here come the sticks anyway. So we'll tell you we're brought to you by Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community. That's Claire Bank where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and equal housing and water. He needed 2. He got 1. And Belmont's defense holds.
Yeah, it becomes a real questionable sequence then for DeSoto.
10-16 left in the 4th. They burned their last time out, didn't get the first down, and now Belmont takes over at their just shy of their 47-yard line, leading 28-24. 1st and 10, and Keismore up the middle, across midfield, gets all the way down to the 47-yard line.
Solid run, wrapped up by Kanoa Rogers.
Goes from 147 to the other, actually down to the 46. So my brilliant description just went up in flames. 2nd down, 3 yards to go. I suppose I should see what the Badgers score is. 2nd down, 3 yards to go at the DeSoto 46. Receiver now comes in motion. The handoff to Keismore on the right side of the 45 and spun over just a yard. It'll be 3rd down, 2 yards to go from the DeSoto 45.
I got the Badgers here.
And 3rd down, 2 yards to go from the 45-yard line. Ohio State leading 7-0, 7:10 left first quarter. That's on 97.7 Country WGOR. 3rd and 2 from the DeSoto 45 for Belmont. One receiver to the right. Keismore up the middle, gets the first down across the 40, and still going and down to the 37. 8 yards, and another Sullivan Auctioneers big iron really first down.
Well, really a lot of game left, especially with the way they score here in 8-man football. But boy, the momentum shift you didn't see coming on that interception, and then the stop, and now a couple of big chunks of yardage here in the first couple of plays of this drive.
One receiver goes out to the right side. Tight end on the left, one running back. Keismore. Now Lancaster comes in motion, and it's going to be Keismore around the left side and gets hit immediately. Actually didn't get anything.
They play a little slower in developing than what the Braves would have liked. Bryce Schultz and Drake Ebner had something to do with that defensively for the Pirates as they were both into the backfield for the stop.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Obviously, DeSoto probably would be well advised to not give up any more points, even though it's only 28-24. Belmont in front. Receiver to the right side. Keismore, the running back. Lancaster comes in motion, and they fake to him. The throw to the right side. Pass is caught but taken down immediately at the 35 is Kloteka.
Jackson Tusoni on the stop.
So that was a gain of just 2. It's 3rd down and 8 at the 35.
Tusoni a bit of a hitch in his giddy up now, going back to the defensive back position. So he's trying to stretch out that lower left leg, he looks like.
McNett goes to the left. Tight end lines up on the right, one running back. And temporarily hands to Keismore around the right side of the 30, 25, first down to the 20, still going to the 10, to the end zone.
Northland Buildings touchdown for Keismore again. Kept the legs going. Made a man miss at the end as he stepped out of a would-be tackle. And what a big turnaround of events here for the Braves here in the 4th quarter.
That ends up being a scoring drive of 53 yards in 6 plays. They managed to burn 3.5 minutes off the clock. There is an injured player right in front of the Belmont bench.
It's one of the Pirates.
And we can't tell who it is, so we will keep it here. tell you that we're brought to you by Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. And Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington and Platteville. Russell Law Offices here to assist as your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Proudly serving Soto, Wisconsin, Russell Law Offices.
Austin Florian, the injured pirate who is walking off under his own power.
Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros of Brian's get the job done right. For unexpected dings and major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint. Lancaster, McNett Electric in Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call ready to help you with your agricultural, business, and commercial needs. McNett Electric in Belmont. And Breckler Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. See Steve Lindeski at Breckler Insurance in Fenway. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. And this would be an insurance touchdown for Belmont, or at least that's the hope. It's 34-24. 3 receivers to the left for the 2-point attempt. Back to pass goes Temperley. Throws to the end zone. It's caught for 2.
Looked up with Pateka.
And so the Pointed Flush Sportsman's Club 2-point conversion following the Northland Buildings touchdown. It is Belmont 36, DeSoto 24, 6:54 left in the fourth. Back after this on Supers 106.
In Game 10.
This week at Macy's, it's the best time to save on fall styles at our biggest fall sale. Find the classic brown boots and preppy Mary Janes that everyone's wearing. Luxurious cashmere and wool sweaters. Even better, it's our lowest prices of the season on diamond jewelry, now 50 to 75% off. Over half off. Don't miss your chance to save big on the looks you need now at Macy's biggest fall sale. Today, savings off select styles. Exclusions apply.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
In Game 10.
Carey Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA playoff football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental. And Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center Monroe. 36-24 Belmont. The kickoff is returned to the 36 of DeSoto, but we have an injured player.
I think that's Drake Ebner, it looks like, number 22, and it's like they're just working on a cramp situation again.
6:48.
Which is usually not a common game stoppage in late
Not toward
October.
the end of our, yeah,
Right.
exactly, but yeah, this has been an unusual fall. It is for sure. The Shoebox Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. UW Platteville now leading Lacrosse 31-14, 11:32 left in the fourth. North Crawford has beaten Highland today, 46-0. That is on X1071. Badgers now trailing Ohio State 10-0, 4:40 left in the first. That is on 97.7 Country WGLR. And our game today is brought to you by Mountain City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont.
Ebner walking off the field on kind of walk like a pirate day, it looks like.
Well, DeSoto, they burned their last time out earlier in this quarter, so they're going to try to score in 6:48 without a timeout, and they need to score more than once. 36-24, 1st and 10 for DeSoto from the 36. Pass on first down to the right side, caught and getting out of bounds.
Trusoni again. making plays on both sides of the football, and I think he'll be a key here if DeSoto is to have a successful drive.
Second down, 2 yards to go coming up. We're brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC, and Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. 2nd and 2, or close to 3 at the 43-yard line. Back to pass is Roble, throws right side. Pass is dropped, incomplete at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, should have been a first down there for the Pirates.
3rd down, 3 yards to go from the 43. Steve's Pizza. Follow Steve's Pizza Palace on Facebook and Instagram for Pizza of the Month specials. Get your favorite pizza from 11 to 10, 7 days a week at Steve's Pizza in Platteville. West End Salvage in Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz of the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste to West End Salvage in Lancaster. 3rd and 3 for DeSoto from the Pirates' 43-yard line. Trisoni comes in motion, and the handoff to DeFlorian up the middle gets the first down and gets across midfield. And actually, there was Rogers. It looked Kanoa Rogers getting the first down to the Belmont 49-yard line. Another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. Brought to you by Southwest Health. They have over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. 1st and 10. Pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Batted down by Chase Rickers.
2nd and 10 from the 49. 36-24 Belmont. 6:05 left in the 4th quarter. They're not in a hurry exactly, although, again, they can't stop the clock with a timeout. They're out of them. But DeSoto really does need to score on this drive. 2nd and 10 from the Belmont 49. One receiver to the left, one running back. Now Trisoni comes in motion, and back to pass is Rollerball. Tipped again.
Rickers again. He's out there blocking shots for crying out loud.
And it's 3rd and 10 from the Belmont 49-yard line.
Digging himself a little, too. He's having fun out there.
It's easy to do when you're up 12 in the 4th quarter of Level 1 playoff game. They did not make the playoffs last year, either of these teams, but that was because there are only 16 teams in the playoffs. These playoffs expanded 32 this year. Runner comes in motion on 3rd and 10. And it's a handoff. The ball got snapped. Actually, that's right. It's Rogers. A little bit of a different looking play than before. And it's a gain down to the 48-yard line. That was a lot going on for 1 yard.
Well, they had to figure a different plan than throwing at the 6'4" frame of Rickers, that's for sure.
Yeah. So it's 4th and 9 at the Belmont 48. Receiver to the left and to the right.
Rickers out, Caden North in.
Back to pass, Roble, left side pass, caught, and that'll be a first down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. Bryce Schultz, who did a lot in the first half. We kind of haven't seen him that much in the second half, but he does get the Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down at the 38. 36-24 Belmont, 5:36 and the clock running in the 4th quarter. Receivers left and right, one running back. Roble will pass. Pass is caught at the 30, down to the 25, and down to the 23-yard line. Sticks will move again. Jackson Trisoni making the catch.
Ball might have been tipped at the line too, but thrown just tightly enough that kept it spiral.
First and 10 at the Belmont 23-yard line. Receivers left and right. First down from the 23. Rainbow to the end zone. Wide open, and that's a touchdown.
And some breakdown in coverage there, getting behind the defense.
Bryce Schultz.
Hey, thank you.
And suddenly, it's 36-30 with 5:06 left in the fourth quarter. That was a fast scoring drive to go 64 yards in just a minute and 34 seconds. Minute 42 seconds. Now they go for two, and the pass to the end zone is caught. After the Northland Buildings touchdown, DeFlorian makes the catch. And it is Belmont 36, DeSoto 32 with 5:06 left in the fourth quarter. We're not done yet, to say the least. We'll have in fact, we got a lot of time left, 5:06 left. We'll have in the fourth quarter, we will have the Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-game show, where we will have the Herms's Ace Harbor MVP, West End Salvage Scrapper of the game, Westpac Drive of the game, and the Tricor Turning Point. Shoebox Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Again, Platteville leading Lacrosse 31-14, 11:32 left in the fourth at Ralphie Davis Pioneer Stadium. Here's the kickoff, and that will bounce and die at the 5, and it has to be returned from there. And up to the 30, to the 40, and this may go all the way to midfield. Or it will go down to the 38 of DeSoto.
And Kismore caught by Adam Benner.
And that ball just kind of died on the grass. Kismore picked it up, went diagonally, and he only had one man to beat, but got caught. But now DeSoto, Belmont takes over at the DeSoto 39-yard line. .454 left in the fourth quarter. 36-32, Belmont leading DeSoto. First and 10, handoff to Kismore. And Kismore got past the 35, down to the 33, took a defender with him for 6 yards. Second and 4 coming up. And again, remember, no timeouts left for DeSoto. Spotted at the 34. Second down, 5 yards to go. I would think Kismore's going to get the ball almost the rest of the way. One receiver out to the right side, that's McNett. And there is Kismore.
No, it's
actually,
not.
No, Bradley Lancaster. And he burrows forward for actually no gain.
And Bryce Schultz snuffed that one out for the Pirates.
Third down, 5 yards to go from the 34. 36-32, Belmont trying to get a level 2 meeting with Oakfield, the number 1 seed, next week. Receiver out to the right. Tight end on the left, one running back. On 3rd and 5, and flag goes down.
Somebody moved. Yep.
Pink's automotive penalty. Makes it 3rd and 10 back at the 39. That it was ill-timed to say the least for the Braves. Now they are probably going to have to throw the ball, although I'm sure they want to throw something that's going to get caught, whether or not it gets the first down. Stay in bounds. and keep the clock running. The clock at 3:10 in the fourth. 36-32 Belmont. McNett comes in motion and gets the handoff, goes around the left side, and falls forward for the first down.
Yeah, quick handout to McNett, cutting as the receiver in motion. Big first down for the Braves.
Out of the 29-yard line, a huge Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. And you know, as the math works out, with 2:48 left in the fourth, if you do nothing but run, if you do nothing but get back to the line of scrimmage, you make every first down you get 2 minutes to kill the clock. And Kismore up the middle.
They might not need it.
To the 20, and down to the 15-yard line. That's another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down into the Bitech green zone. A Greener Way Bitech Resource Management of Monroe, and the clock starts. 2:25 left in the fourth. 36-32 Belmont.
Kismore textbook cover the points, keep the feet going all the way down into that Bitech green zone.
Spotted at the 13-yard line. Obviously, Belmont scores. That will take care of things. Temporarily watching the official who will momentarily signal how much time they have left. Or no, he's going to hand off to Kismore up the middle, and Kismore for a yard down to the 12. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is to continue to wind down the clock, which is now at 1:40 remaining in the fourth. No hurry for the Braves, obviously. Temporarily, leisurely jogs back with the play. It is, who's that? Is it the field judge or the back judge that keeps the play clock? He's in the view of the quarterback, whoever that guy is. I think that's a back judge. Yeah, now he holds his hand up. And now the handoff to Kismore to the 10, to the 5, to level 2. Kismore with a 12-yard touchdown run with 1:08 remaining. And Belmont extends its lead to 42-32. Northland Buildings touchdown seals the deal. Well, probably. Hey, there is 1:08 left.
You've seen wilder things.
We have. And now they will go for the Point and Flush Sportsman's Club extra points, plural. McNett goes to the right, now comes in motion to the left. The pitch goes to Kismore, goes to the pylon, and gets there. Belmont, 44. And DeSoto, 32. And now, well, Belmont, for DeSoto, it's only if they return the second, only if they return the kickoff do they really have a shot. They are down 2 scores,
no timeouts to work
and
with,
no
right?
timeouts, right? So Belmont, barring a calamity, will play at number 1 seed Oakfield next week, and I guarantee you that a team wearing black and orange is going to win that game. For those who don't know, both Belmont and Orange are black and orange. Belmont and Oakfield are black and orange. Here's the kick. Dropped it and kind of juggled out of bounds.
I kicked it inadvertently.
Juggle with your feet. And so the ball will be spotted at the, once the officials are able to get a usable football, in their opinion, they'll get the ball to Sotowell at the 20-yard line. And the clock at 1:05 in the fourth quarter. Now this is what's funny. So Wyatt Mulliken, who did the game with me last night, Merrill Point Fenimore. That was an exciting game. He said he seemed like the 3 most exciting games of his life the last 3 games. Well, he was in North Crawford today, and that one was not so exciting. This one was. First down pass over the middle. Schultz makes the catch, gets the first down. The Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down up to the 31. But time's a wasting here for the Pirates. Receivers left and right on first down. Back to pass is Roble. Throws over the middle. Pass is caught. That is close. They stopped the clock, so I assume he did get the first down. Or did he get the first down? 40 seconds left, and apparently he did not. Well, now they move the sticks. They spotted it back at the 40, so that should be just 9 yards because it started at the 31. Or did they decide? I guess they decided he did get the first down. They finally spotted at the 41. So it was a Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. But the bigger issue is 37 seconds left. And it is 44-32 Belmont. Roble passes on first down. It's tipped away from the intended receiver at midfield.
Yeah, defended well by Kismore.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Was it second down or third down?
Third on the field.
What was the second play? Well, okay. Okay.
Third on the scoreboard.
Third down, 10 yards to go. They spiked the ball maybe to stop the clock. They must have been it. I didn't see that. Third and 10. Roble to pass from the 41. And over the middle. Pass is caught. Or incomplete. Actually, McNett got closer to catching that ball than the intended receiver did. And so one more play, unless they get the first down, 4th and 10 from the DeSoto 41 with 27.1 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Gidby Platteville now leading 38-21 over La Crosse. 8 minutes left in the fourth. 2 receivers to the right. On 4th and 10. Schultz goes in motion, back to pass Roble. And now he's going to run forward, and he will be short of a first down. Got to the 49 of DeSoto, but he needed the other 49. But there is a flag down. And now we have to... It's going to be holding.
Holding on
How
the
many
defense.
times have we... That's like the third defensive holding penalty that we've had in this game. And again, I guess there was one also last night, if I remember right. And again, it's one of those, how many... You can go an entire season and not see a defensive holding penalty, and now all of a sudden they're all over the place. It is a first down to the Belmont 49-yard line. Did everybody get the same memo about, hey, call defensive holding penalties? Roble pass on first down. Pass caught at the 40 down to the 30-yard line. Goes Schultz.
For another DeSoto first down.
And another Sullivan Auctioneers Big Iron Realty first down. But 11 seconds left, and now they spike the ball. At the 30-yard line, it is 2nd and 10. And all that remains is 9.7 seconds left in DeSoto's season and in the game for Belmont to go to level 2. We hope to have Brandon Wise on during the Reeves Wealth Management postgame show. Maybe we can drag some players up here. 2 receivers to the right. And back to pass is Roble. And throws over the middle. Broken up by McNett at the 20-yard line. And one more play with 5.6 seconds left. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Pirates, whose season will end at 5 wins and 3 losses. And Belmont, whose only loss this year was to North Crawford, moves to 8 and 1. Trisoni and Schultz go to the right. Final play barring a defensive penalty. DeFlorian goes to the left. Back to pass is Roble, throws to the right side. There is the hook and lateral, and down inside the 10-yard line. And that's going to be it. And the Belmont Braves head to level 2 with a 44-32 win over to Soto, and it will be Belmont and Oakfield next week in level 2 of the playoffs. And we'll be back with the Reeves Wolf Management and Edward Jones post-game show after these messages on Super Hits 106.
Post-game 4 minutes.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
Hey y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
A fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt, at up to 100 times more potent than morphine. The tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth, and other drugs. It could be in your drugs, and you wouldn't be able to see it, taste it, or smell it. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and experiences connect through conversation, and it feels good.
This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope, too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together. Start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
Hello, my name is Andrea Delzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old. If I had one message for the general public, it would be relax. Some folks get really flustered around disabled people, so they just pretend we're not there. I've actually had waiters talk to my companion and completely ignore me. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
You want to give your baby everything, so start with a safe sleep area. Babies younger than 1 should always be placed to sleep on their backs on a firm and flat surface like a safety-approved crib. And keep blankets, pillows, and other soft or loose items out of the crib when the baby is in it. Learn more about safe sleep for babies at safetoSleep.nichd.nih.gov. Sponsored by the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development.
It's been said that when someone you love has Parkinson's, you have Parkinson's.
The Parkinson's Foundation knows that the disease doesn't just affect the diagnosed. It affects everyone who supports and helps care for them.
If you have questions,
The Parkinson's Foundation has answers
We can help you understand the disease
and give you tips for living a better life.
Find your answers at parkinson.org or call 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
Your high school postgame show is brought to you by Elena and Ben Reeves at Edward Jones, a financial service firm serving individuals and business owners.
Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA playoff football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and lately Center Monroe. Pause for one moment. We'll be back in like 2 seconds. There. That's how you get a player to come up. Well, just another ordinary, average, 8-player football game. Belmont comes from behind and beats DeSoto 44-32, and so the Braves will take on Oakfield, the number 1 seed in level 2. And we now introduce to the world Wyatt Temperley, the Belmont quarterback. Congratulations on the win. That look, 8-player football is about as fun as it gets, right?
Yeah. A lot of heads banging
but up and down the field also, and all of that.
A lot of big plays all over the place.
Now, the interesting question that comes to mind about this, of course, you're playing a team for the second time in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And I guess the question becomes, what was different about, was there anything different about your game plan this time out?
First game we played man. Second game we spread them out. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, as far as you as a quarterback goes, it seemed like you ran the ball more than you did the first time that you played them, and it seemed like you were kind of pressured a little more, at least in the first half. Are those two accurate observations?
Yeah, like in the first game, at the end of the game, I started running a little bit more and figured out that if there's nobody open in the beginning of the game, I was going to take advantage of that and run the ball.
Because you're not a guy that has had a huge number of rushes, unlike, say, your counterpart out there or something like that, but obviously it worked for you in this game, certainly.
Yes.
So how did it feel to see DeSoto going down the field and trying to go up more than one touchdown, and all of a sudden, here's your teammate jumping the route and doing his best Al Harris impression?
Yeah, I couldn't. There was a guy blocking me, and it looked like he was going to score a touchdown. And then all of a sudden, I saw a hand stick out, and Boone Havens put in all the work. We practiced that, and we drilled that in practice all the time. He took advantage and took that one to the house.
That was a game changer right there. The whole game changed right after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to level 2. You're going to play Oakfield, which is the number 1 seed. We know that a black and orange team is going to win that game.
Yes.
What do you feel like you got to do next week?
Just put in the work in the film and practice and figure out what's going to work and achieve that.
Okay, congratulations on the win. Great win for you guys.
Thank you.
And good luck in level 2 next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Wyatt Temperley, the quarterback for the Belmont Braves, who come up with a come-from-behind 44-32 win over the 5th seed DeSoto Pirates. So the season ends for the Pirates, but the Braves move on. And let's see who else we can chase down up here, including a coach. I told him to come up afterwards, but may have to give him the public address call also. But as far as this, wait, he came over. He does know to come over here.
You gave me a heads up before the game.
That's all right. All right, Brandon Weiss, the Belmont coach, now joins us. Just your usual 8-player game, right?
Right, absolutely, especially between us and DeSoto. I said before the game they have a great program, and we feel good about ours, and definitely didn't expect anything different.
Did this game work out differently than you thought it would? Because you played a team 2 weeks ago. Sometimes there's that generals fighting the last war thing, going on. But did this game end up going differently from what you thought?
Yeah, it actually did, to be honest. They came out with some different adjustments than what we expected, and I think we, had the same thing.
Romo ran the ball a whole lot more today than he did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he did. And we obviously, had a few more DBs, outside linebackers on the field, to be able to contain their pass a little bit and some of that. So, they tried to take advantage of, some of those things. But our guys did a nice job of stepping up, both in the run and pass.
And obviously the thing that was different from 2 weeks ago is the momentum changer when DeSoto's going down to score. Were you in a different defense or anything like that? Because Boone Havens looked like Al Harris.
Yeah,
picking off Matt Hasselbeck.
No, absolutely. Boone's been, I told him last night at practice, I said, you can be an X factor, in tomorrow's game or in today's game. And he did a nice job, both on offense with that touchdown and obviously, defensive touchdown too. So he's done a nice job for us this year.
Indeed. So you get Oakfield next week. I think this is the third time I've said this. We know a black and orange team is going to win. But what do you feel like you got to do next week?
Yeah, Oakfield's another team that we have a history with, in the postseason and that. Our biggest thing will be, the nice part will be, playing someone different than who we've already faced, and that'll be a perk for sure. But, Oakfield's always a sound team, so we're going to have to make sure we get back to the drawing board and find a way to be disciplined on some of the things that we did better in the second half than we did in the first half there.
All right, well, congratulations. Great win for you, and good luck in Level 2 next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
It was our pleasure, believe me. Brandon Wise, the Belmont coach. Belmont with a win today, 44-32 over DeSoto. They're 2-0 against the Pirates this year, and more importantly, they head to Level 2 next week against Oakfield, which had no trouble at all with Williams Bay today.
55-0.
Yeah, definitely. And on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, largest independent shoe store in the Midwest, Platteville a winner today over La Crosse, 38-21. And as well, North Crawford a winner. They shut out Highland 46-0. That was on X1071. But this was, it's kind of amazing. Everybody says games of any sort don't get decided on one play. But when that pick six took place, it just changed everything basically after that.
Kind of like a tri-court turning point, huh?
Gee, you might say that, but
yes,
we can't get to that yet because we got to talk about a few other things. For instance, the most valuable player, Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Herms's will be the MVP for the next project in your home. Go to Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Couple of interesting choices.
Yeah, 2 or 3. And we don't have numbers because mine were shot after the first quarter trying to get things back, so I wasn't able to keep track of things. I thought Tyler Kismore was a force out there offensively, took care of business on both sides of the football. And if I've got to pick one, that's who I'd pick in this one.
We agree on that.
Okay.
Scrapper of the game. The West End Salvage scrapper of the game, the player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out in trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage in Lancaster.
I'm going to go with the Pirates' Bryce Schultz on that one, I think. Playing tight end, playing outside linebacker, calling his name on both sides of the football. Was not without some punishment he put his body through in this one.
Even played Wildcat quarterback a couple of times.
And again, out there with that senior urgency, too. And what turns out being his final game, I take Bryce Schultz, the senior, for our scrapper of the game from DeSoto.
Works for me. Drive of the game presented by Les Mack Automotive in Lancaster. Whether it's Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Ford, you can count on over 50 years of trusted hometown service because at Les Mack you always get more from less.
Well, if I can't pick the Boone Havens interception, because it's technically not a drive, I'd take the drive right after that. That kind of cemented things away.
Yeah.
For Belmont. Not that it's ever, with the time that was left, not that it's ever 100% sure thing in 8-man football, but that definitely, I think, qualifies for drive of the game. The drive following the pick six.
53 yards in 6 plays. And that doesn't sound as impressive, but here's what is impressive. They burned 3.5 minutes off the clock. And, of course, DeSoto not having a timeout, that turned out to be pretty inconvenient for them, given the thing. Well, now here's the easiest one, the Tricor Turning Point, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Gee, what do you think it should be?
Well, as stated, Boone Havens doing his thing and taking it, I think, 91 yards is what we figured it'd end up being for the pick six. Gave Belmont the lead and put them in the driver's seat for the rest of the way.
All right, 44-32. Belmont beats DeSoto in level 1 of the playoffs. Belmont and Oakfield next Friday night in level 2. We will wrap up the Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones postgame show. We'll get you a couple of scores from the Shoebox scoreboard, and we will be telling you about next week. All of that after these messages on Super Hits 106.
Postgame 1 minute.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America. 200 food banks strong.
Over 2.8 million Americans have served in our military since 9/11. Many have returned home with devastating injuries and few resources for them and their families. This is news correspondent Bob Woodruff. I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq in 2006. The military had my back that day, and they have each other's while serving. It's time we had theirs. Please join us as part of the Got Your Six initiative. To learn more, go to gotyour6.org using the number 6.
Postgame 1 minute.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA playoff football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Override Doors on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Laley Center Monroe. Belmont over DeSoto today, 44-32. Braves will face number 1 seed Oakfield on Friday. Or at least we think it's Friday. They had said early Friday for this, and then suddenly became Saturday. But at any rate, that'll be next week in Level 2. Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Platteville gets a huge win. They beat number 4 ranked UW-La Crosse 38-21. In 8-player playoffs, North Crawford shuts out Highland 46-0. That was on X1071. Season ends for the Cardinals. And meanwhile, in Madison, 17-0 now. Ohio State leading Wisconsin with 5:30 left in the first half. And that is on 97.7 Country WGLR. So this is your first 8-player game. What do you think?
It exceeded the expectations. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I say, I equated it. It seems it's a lot closer to playground football than 11-man is. That's how I'd best describe it.
Well, and you got offensive linemen who can catch a pass, and you got, the numbers don't match the 11-player rules. You can't have guys in your 50s in the number 50s catching the pass, but you can here. And and of course Belmont, the last 2 games that they have played against DeSoto, when anything's gone wrong, they've always had an answer. That's probably the key thing, that they went down 24-12 in this game, but they had an answer. And maybe it was an unexpected answer, a pick 6 that gave them the lead for good. But the Braves have always had an answer when they have played the Pirates.
Yep, that's something they'll have to continue coming into next week in Oakfield.
Yes, most definitely. We can tell you also, while we're at it, this is sort of a shoebox scoreboard thing, that all of the playoff pairings are set in 11-player in Division 7, 6-seed Ithaca, number 3 seed Seneca Wazeeka Steuben, another 6-3 matchup, Cambry Friesland and Potosi Cassville, River Ridge, an 8-seed, and number 1 seed Blackhawk Warren. In Division 6, Belleville, a 7-seed, goes to number 2 seed Markesan. Mineral Point and Fenimore, they played last night. They're going to play again, this time in Fenimore. That's a 5-4 matchup. And Melrose Mindoro, an 8-seed, goes to number 1 seed Darlington next week. Division 5, Durand, Arkansas, a 5-seed, goes to number 4 seed River Valley. 6-seed Westfield goes to 3rd seed Prairie du Chien. Lancaster is a 7 seed. They go to Amherst, a 2 seed. Richland Center gets in as a number 7 seed. They go to number 2 seed Stratford. And in Division 4, Platteville, a 6 seed, playing at 3rd seed Lodi for the 343rd time. I think that covers everything for today.
And we'll have coverage for you of as much as we can with as many local teams as we can.
That's right.
The Queen Bee Radio family of stations coming up next Friday night.
Once we decide early next week who's going to be going where and all of that. But we know we got volleyball coming up on Tuesday, but before all that, R.J. Osterhaus is our sports director and ran the laptop today. Thanks for coming over, because nobody wants to hear me talk for 3 hours straight.
Yep, glad I could help out. All good.
Dave Murphy is our program director. Johnny Page is our chief engineer. Tyler Dictatus is Mr. Streaming Fix-It. Thanks to Brandon Wise and the staff at Belmont High School. Thanks to our sponsors who help us bring this game to you. I actually am skipping something over here. Sunday, Packers in Arizona at 1 on 97.7 Country WGLR. And then Tuesday, volleyball regional finals, all starting at 6:30. Evansville at Platteville on AM 1590 WPVL, because there's no World Series conflict anymore. Lancaster and New Glarus on 97.7 Country WGLR. Blackhawk at Belmont on X1071. Kickapoo at Iowa Grant on Super 106. All of those winners advance to Thursday. We'll announce those when we get them on the Queen Bee Radio family of stations and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Then next Friday, Level 1 football games to be announced, all starting at 6:30 on the Queen Bee Radio family of stations and YouTube channel. And next Saturday, volleyball regional finals, 6:30 on the Queen Bee family of radio stations and YouTube channel. I think that's everything.
That just about does it, don't it?
Yep. Thanks to Brandon Wise and the staff at Belmont High School. Thanks to our sponsors who help us bring this game to you. And thank you for joining us. Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of WIAA playoff football presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental. And Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors is a Queen Bee Radio Sports presentation on Super Hits 106, KIYX, Sageville, Dubuque, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Laley Center Monroe. Belmont comes from behind, beats DeSoto 44-32. It will be Belmont at Oakfield in Level 2 next week. From the Ayers Furniture, best seats in the house, for R.J. Osterhaus, I'm Steve Prestegard. The music of our generation is next. We'll be back for playoff volleyball Tuesday and playoff football next week.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
Dubuque Super Hits 106 is KIYX Sageville, Dubuque, a Queen Bee radio station. On air at 106.1 and online at superhits106.com.
All the songs I love.